agriculture is the mainstay of Tanzania. And as you know, agriculture is very vulnerable to climate change.
Tanzania is a very big country. So if it's well planned, there could be areas where you could have biofuel crop production and areas for food production.
It was 5 years ago that we established the first German Tanzanian network, and we organized a final conference with more than 90 participants from the ministry, from ZALF, from different organizations, NGOs were involved, private consolidated enterprises were involved, up to the farmer's level. ZALF coordinated 2 projects out of those 3. One project on biofuel value chains. A second one was on the REACT project, was on climate change adaptation strategies, how the small-scale farmers can better adapt to the future, to changing framework conditions.
Also die Modellrechnungen zeigen, dass Tansania einen Temperaturanstieg unter einem moderaten Erwärmungsszenario von 3 bis 4 Grad zu erwarten hat. Außerdem zeigen die Rechnungen, dass die Niederschläge nun in einem sehr geringen Ausmaß steigen werden, was auf jeden Fall Auswirkungen auf die Wasserverfügbarkeit haben wird.
90% of her people depending on wood for their energy source. Sometimes for cooking, but for some in the rural areas even for lighting. This has led to deforestation, but there have been a lot of developments in looking into this, even including the introduction of biofuels now. And what was introduced first here was really jatropha. And this has worked in some villages in Arusha, where they went further even into processing the oil, and they were using it for lighting. But then also they could also use it for stove.
Das ist ein Trockner für Gemüse und Obst. Wird so um die 60, 70, 80 Grad warm, und damit wird halt die Sonnenenergie genutzt, um das Obst zu trocknen. Das ist natürlich günstig, da man dann für kein Brennholz mehr braucht.
And the people already use those charcoal?
It's charcoal.
Yeah, and it's already used in households here?
Yeah.
We would like to achieve a positive impact in terms of really dissemination of results, of new results, of innovation for small-scale agriculture. Identified innovation should be really transferred, upscaled to other regions, that we have a broad impact also at the community, but also at a national level for Tanzania.
And fresh.
So what we need probably from the German is probably one, is the capacity building to our young scientists. I know most of the young scientists are not aware of that. So if we could get some assistance from the Republic of Germany to assist us in giving capacity to those. But the other thing is, that information is too scientific. If it would be translated so that it could be used by the farmers or by our extension officers, we think it would be very valid and it would be very relevant to our farmers.
For example, we are just discussing on the REACT program, which involves complicated equipment to track down moisture at the different levels. And these equipment are not common. Many institutions can afford that. And also the technology to do the modeling. So through the cooperation, we can tap the information from the technology and experience of Northern researchers in Europeans and African when they work together. And on the other hand, when the Europeans and the Northern researchers come in Africa, they can learn from the people on the simple interpretation on what is the soil and how the moisture is affecting crop, because based on the indigenous knowledge. And then coupling with these advanced technologies and science, then we can generate a problem that we can generate a solution that can address the local problem.
The harmful effects of the climate change will occur in Africa or in countries which already have a lot of problems, where the problems will be increased.
This is a mutual process of understanding and of learning, because we can also learn a lot from Tanzania and from research in Tanzania. And I think at the very end it's a win-win situation for everybody.